everybody, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, I'm KK, and it may be kind of obvious, but I love collecting Monster High dolls. Now, I know you saw it in the title, but today we will be unboxing the G3 Core Nefera DeNile doll. Now, I am super duper excited about this doll. If you don't know anything about me or my collection, one thing I really want to do with G3 is collect all the basic dolls, because I know a lot of people don't know this, but those are really my only core Monster High dolls. Now, obviously down here I have Batsy Claro and not Jennifer, Jane Boolittle. Sorry about that. But I don't have a lot of like the core dolls basics, so my goal with G3 is to get all of their basic dolls. And a little note, I don't know if you can hear my cats running around in the background, but we just got 2 new cats, and they never settle down, so sorry if you hear them in the background. And if you were wondering what my G3 core section looks like, this is it. Now, I think the only ghoul I'm missing is Venus. That's the only one I think I have, because I think I have all the other ghouls, but for the Mansters, I'm missing all of them. I only have one G3 Deuce doll, and that's because it came in the 2-pack with Frankie, and I don't really care about the boy dolls. I love the ghouls. But yeah, so these are all the ones I have, and I just want to get all of the ghouls. And with that, let's just get unboxing already. And here she is. Something I just want to mention before I get to unboxing is that my tripod is currently broken, so I am just going to be holding the camera, so apologies if it is shaky or if there are any issues, but I promise I am trying my best. And another thing, sorry about this glare, it's gonna be there. But for Nefera and her packaging, there's nothing really too unique about it, so I guess the glare doesn't really matter. It has the standard ombre background, and the only thing different about it is this 80th sticker at the top of her box. I'm assuming that's for Mattel's 80th anniversary. I know a bunch of Barbies have that logo too, but I think this is the only Monster High doll with that. I'm not totally sure on that, but that's the only one in the store I saw. But otherwise, we have Nefera and Draculaura and Claudine on the front of the box in their core refresh outfits. We have her lovely name, obviously her in the box, and on the sides, we have some glasses, her shoes, some gems, a scorpion, a computer, more scorpions, more gems, and just some other things. On the back, now this is something that I noticed in the store that like really bothered me. It was that Cleo is not included on this box. Like, I feel like it's very strange to have Nefera and then we're not including Cleo anywhere. Like, not even on the front of the box. I don't know. I just think it's kind of weird. I wish they would have included her. I'm not sure if like they're worried about people thinking they're the same character, but I don't know. I wish Cleo was on here somewhere. But her artwork is absolutely stunning. I love whoever did it. And then of course we have her little blurb at the bottom. I wish these went more in depth, but I mean, I guess it's whatever. And because I don't have my tripod working, I am just going to cut her out off camera, and I'll come back to you when she's fully unboxed. Update, while I was unboxing Nefera, I got a ring at the doorbell, and well, here my tripod is, so now you won't see all those shaky hands, but let's just get into the doll. Now, obviously, a lot of G3 dolls, or essentially every G3 doll, comes with a buttload of accessories, so let's start with those. And for starters, Nefera comes with this beautiful bag. It's got like this scarab with wings on the front, some painted gems, and the handle is a snake. Now, I'm pretty sure this does open. Yep, it does, but I honestly don't think anything except maybe her phone. Yeah, only her phone fits in this bag, so it's not very practical, but it's very cute, and I love all of the molding on it. Since this is the only thing that fits in the purse, I might as well show you it. Now, it looks like Nefera is texting Cleo. It says, "See you tonight." There's like a bunch of emojis. I'm not sure what they all mean. Maybe it's like a group chat. I'm not very sure. The picture quality on this, it's very blurry. I'm not a big fan of this print. I wish they honestly just printed it black. I think that would have been a little bit better. But the back of it, it is like kind of a bronzy color. It's almost the same color as Nefera's skin, which I think is a really odd choice, but I do like it. It has a scorpion on the back and then obviously the thumb hole for the dolls to hold it. She also comes with these little scarab puffs. Now, I'm not a big fan of the food with G3 dolls. Like, it's not very practical. It's just some hard plastic that's printed, and it's not very functional since there's no holes for, like, the dolls to hold it. So, I'm not a big fan of these. Next, Nefera has this. Now, I say this because I genuinely have no idea what this is supposed to be. On the inside, it kind of looks like maybe like an ice cream cup, like a waffle cone. There is some like plastic defects there. The lid doesn't open, trust me, but there's a little label. I can't read what it says, but it does have a little thumb hole and a place for her to hold it. There's this giant hole in the middle, but she doesn't really come with anything that can go in it. Like, there's no straw or anything. So I'm not totally sure why that's there. She also comes with this water bottle, which definitely seems like some sort of like Stanley knockoff. It has a straw, I think. Yeah, the lid is removable. Obviously, there's nothing that can go in it. But something I loved when I first opened that is that the straw actually goes all the way through. Now, I think Laguna, I'm not sure which one, but she has a water bottle like this, and it opens and there's no straw on the inside, which obviously I never really thought about, but I think it's a little cute touch that they did in fact add the straw going all the way through. But it's got a little Horus logo. I'm not totally sure what that means, but it's got mummy wraps and then a bunch of detailing around it, but no actual paint details, just sculpting. She also comes with these purple glasses. I'm not a big fan of G3 glasses either. They bend in the middle like super easily. And yeah, there's not really much detail to these either. It just looks like they're kind of studded around, but nothing really notable. And the last accessory that is my absolute favorite is this laptop. Now, it has a skullette in the background. It's all gold. There's not much detail on the outside, but the inside, I absolutely love it. It looks like we're on either Cleo's or Nefera's Instagram. There's like just like a little bit of detail. Now, obviously, it's still a little bit blurry, but since the computer's so large, you can definitely make out what these images are. She has some pyramids as her wallpaper, and then all of these little buttons. Now, I loved these computers. Like, with G1 dolls, I'm pretty sure there was a Ghoulia doll that came with a computer, and I absolutely loved it because obviously kids are growing up with technology, and I don't know, I just think them having little props like computers and phones is just so much more fun. And this computer is just gorgeous. It opens super nicely, and it just looks amazing. Nefera also comes with her little pet. It's a little scarab. There's not too much detail on him or her. I'm actually not sure. But there's a few gold details, like the gold fangs, the gold ears, and what I'm assuming is kind of like a bandana collar situation. I think it's cute. I'm not a big fan of bugs, but I do like this pet a lot. Now, for the most exciting part of this review, we obviously have Nefera herself. Now, I think she looks gorgeous for one. She definitely looks like Cleo's sister. I've seen some people online saying that this doll kind of just looks like a different version of Cleo, and I definitely disagree. I think they look a lot different, and I love the changes they've made. Obviously her hair is gorgeous. It is saran, so it's really nice. It's got purple and teal, and obviously all the tinsel. Now, normally I find with tinsel dolls, the hair doesn't feel very nice, but this is actually some amazing tinsel. I haven't brushed her hair or anything because, well, it doesn't really need it. Like, look how silky that is. I absolutely love it. The braid is very nice. Sometimes I find also within packaging, like, they'll braid a hair, but then some of it will be, like, pulled out, so you have to redo it. But this braid looks absolutely perfect, and obviously it's in a ponytail being clipped in with this scorpion-like clip. Now, Nefera also has a beautiful face. Her makeup is actually quite simple. She's got purple eyes and then purple, blue, and gold eyeshadow, just in some little stripes, some gold underneath. And then, like Cleo, which I honestly don't think the original Nefera has, and I could be totally wrong because I don't think I own any Nefera dolls, but she does have like these little facial markings that Cleo used to have. And let me correct myself, I just looked up at my other G3 Cleos, and she does have this kind of mark always on this eye. So they kind of just flipped it, and then she does have like this little sparkly gem spot. Now that is what old G1 Cleo used to have. She used to have like a gem on her cheek, but now I guess G3 Nefera has it. Now, I'm honestly not a big fan of her earrings just because look at how they are. Like, they just swing out from her face. They don't look natural at all. I wish they were kind of just hanging down. I personally think that would have looked a lot better, but they're just these little scorpion sculpted things. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I do not like how they look like at all. Around her neck, Nefera also has this purple snake wrapping around. It's not really held on by anything, but I do think it is quite cute. And while we're continuing with jewelry, she has this golden snake wrapped around her arm and a bracelet on each wrist. They just have some sculpting to them, no painted details, but they are quite cute. Now, for her outfit, she is wearing this beautiful kind of like mummy wrapped outfit, but instead of the wraps being like traditional gold, they are these kind of ombre colors. I may have just accidentally messed it up a little bit, but obviously we can fix it, which is good to know. It is a 2-piece set, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is a 2-piece set. I had to check myself there. Now, obviously, it has this beautiful ombre fabric. Underneath is like a printed golden mummy wrap. And this arm detail, I absolutely love it so much. So when you pose the doll, she can have these little tassels kind of hanging down. This reminds me of the Mummy Mysteries dolls with how they have these big long details. And I'm not saying anything bad about that. I mean, those were collector dolls. So the fact that a G3 doll that is just like sold in regular stores has it, I just think is really cute. Now around her waist, she has this golden chain belt. It just clasps in the back, and then it's got some purple gems hanging off of it. Now, one thing I don't like about this doll is the purple. Like, the purple on, like, the ombre pieces are fine, but I feel like the necklace and the gems on her belt and on her shoes, I know we haven't looked at them yet, but I don't know, I just feel like the regular purple would have been enough, but these little things, I just feel like they don't match as well, especially because this is like more of like a warm tone purple, this is more of like a cool tone. I just don't personally think they match very well, but ignoring that, underneath she has a skirt with that same kind of mummy printed skirt, but now it's getting like more details that we can see, and then a black mini under it with, once again, a wrap around it as well. And now for her shoes, we already got a quick peek of them, but they are these kind of black mummy wrap shoes. There's not too many details on this actual part. Obviously, we have that purple little decaling. I'm honestly not even sure what these decals are supposed to be, but there's something. Not the biggest fan. And then she's on some gold platforms with some snake heels with, I don't even know what these are. I want to say they're like hieroglyphics maybe, written around. Now obviously they're like the same 3 repeated, but they are very cute. And something else I want to mention is these mummy wraps on her leg and her arm and just her skin tone in general. Now I know all of the mummy ghouls, so Cleo as well, they have to have wraps, and I love the way they're sculpted on. I know a lot of people with G2 weren't a fan of the sculpted on mummy wraps, but I am a big fan of them. And also Nefera's skin tone, like, she's like this kind of like coppery, shiny, brassy color. I'm not sure that would be a compliment to any normie, but I absolutely love how shiny she is. And I don't know, I just feel like it very much differentiates her from Cleo. Since Cleo's kind of matte and a little bit lighter, I definitely love this. And here is how our ghoul looks posed with all of her accessories. Now, I could not get her to stand on her own, so she is leaning up against another doll. But I do think she's absolutely beautiful. I will say, I do love the laptop. I don't care what anyone has to say. That is the best accessory. I think she's gorgeous. I love her. And let me quickly get Cleo to compare so I can show you guys why I think they look super different. Here they are, side by side. And I didn't also notice it, but Nefera is on a taller body, probably about the Frankie size of body. I do think they're absolutely gorgeous, but you can definitely tell these are 2 different characters. They aren't the same. Like, Nefera has a beautiful face sculpt. I love her nose. I know I didn't mention that because I didn't honestly know, like, that there was a big difference, but now looking at them side by side, there is. You can see Nefera has a different skin tone, and yeah, I don't know how people are saying these dolls look exactly the same. Obviously, my camera is having a hard time focusing, but I do think they look super duper different. And here Nefera is on my shelf. I absolutely love the way she looks. I think she fits in perfectly with Monster High. Now, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching my video. Hopefully that helped you decide whether you want this doll or not. I definitely think she's worth getting, especially as somebody who wants to collect all of the core dolls minus the monsters, the mansters, I guess. But I do absolutely love them, and I will just do a quick show of what I meant when I said her outfit kind of looked like the Mummy Mysteries Nefera, just with this arm piece. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!